Welcome students. I am Shubham Goyal and I'm going to teach you about genetic algorithms in machine learning. This is the second lecture on genetic algorithm series. Okay, let's start. These are some of the topics that we have to discuss in our today's lecture. Okay, firstly, a basic version of genetic algorithms is explained, followed by a detailed flowchart depicting every step in a detailed manner. Okay, then the different representation techniques of chromosomes is discussed, followed by a detailed discussion on fitness function and the selection methods based on which best individuals are selected to produce the next generations in the genetic algorithm. Okay. First of all, basic genetic algorithm. This is the basic steps which every genetic algorithm must have to follow. First of all, initialize a large population of randomly generated probable solutions to a problem. That means first you have to create a set of individuals, or you can say the set of probable solutions to a problem which is assigned to you in order to get the best probable solution, or you can say the global optimal value. So for that problem, and it can be of any type of problem which is given to you, in every problem you have to make a set of probable solutions to a problem. Then after initializing your population set, you have to calculate the goodness of each of the probable solution. That means for every element of your population set, you have to calculate the goodness value. Okay, then maintain a subset of best solutions, and from that you can have a subset which are having best goodness value in that population, and those are selected to produce the next generation, or those are mated to produce the next generation to contribute to the new population. Okay, and based on the these steps 2 and 4, you have to repeat until you get a satisfactory solution to your problem, or you run out of time. That means some predefined condition has reached, or you might have defined that I will only go up to 4 generations, 5 generation, or 6 generation. That depends on you. Oh, this is the basic algorithm. First create the population, then calculate the fitness value, then select the best solutions from it to and let them reproduce or produce the next generation, and repeat these steps until you get a best solution to your answer, or the desired solution which you are getting, or you are required for your problem can be of any type. So this is the basic, or you can say the detailed flowchart. It is a detailed flowchart. Okay. First of all, what you have to do is, let me explain each step one by one. First of all, initialize your population. This is the step which every genetic algorithm must have to follow. Okay, it will consist of subset, or you can say the set of probable solutions to your problem. Then you have to calculate the fitness value of each of the element of your population set. Okay, now you have the fitness value. Now what you have to check, that stopping criteria. Initialize also with the stopping criteria, that is the values I am getting in evaluation phase, are they satisfactory to my answer? That means are they containing any solution which is in demand to my problem? Okay, then you have to stop it and return the best found individual to the management, or for the home which you are doing coding. Okay, if your stopping criteria is not reached, then what you have to do is you have to select a subset from your population and their corresponding fitness values. Then what you have to do is you have to pass them to a reproduction phase, that is crossover and mutations. So first you have to perform the crossover of the selected individuals from the population mean. Then what you have to do is, after selecting, you got the reproduction and you got the new offsprings. Okay, then in the offspring you have to do the mutation. Okay, after doing the mutation you have to again pass the newly obtained population or newly obtained chromosomes or the newly obtained children's to the evaluation phase, and again the fitness values are calculated, and if they have fitness value more than their parent, only then can replace the entries which are having the least fitness value in the population. Okay, and then the condition for stopping criteria is checked again. If the condition has reached, then you have to stop the algorithm, otherwise you have to continue the algorithm with the same procedure by iterating from selection, crossover, mutation, evaluation, placement, from these iterations. Okay, now we will discussing each of these steps one by one in our this lecture also and in the upcoming lecture also. Okay, first of all, initialization. So what's the meaning of initialization is? It is the first step that marks the start of genetic algorithm where the population of the problem is defined. So here you have to select or you have to make the population of your problem. Then population will contain individuals and their corresponding chromosomes. Let us see that how these individuals or chromosomes are represented. Okay, there are four representation techniques. First one is binary representation, real valued representation, integer representation, and permutation representation. Okay, let us see. Okay. First of all, binary representation. Basically, chromosome is a string of these numbers or the representations. Here, you can say a chromosome is a string of zeros and ones. Okay. In binary representation, you will have only two numbers, either 0 or 1. So, let's say we take a problem of knapsack in which you are given some items and you have to select that either this item I have to select or not. Let's suppose you have given this much number of items. Okay, then you have to select that either I have to take the item 1 with me or not, item 2 with me or not, item 3, so on. Okay, so here 0 represents that you are not taking the with item 1 with you in your backpack as per the knapsack conditions, because in knapsack you have a maximum weight conditions, and 1 representing that you have taken that item in your bag. Okay, similarly other kind of problems can also be solved using 0 1 representation. That is, it can represent the presence or absence of a parameter or the item. Okay, real valued representation. Here you can say that the chromosome is a string of real valued numbers, where a real value can represent the value of a parameter. Like in our previous lecture we have taken the example of a radio in our optimization, that where your 0.5 can represent the parameter value or the reading corresponding to the button 1, point 2 representing reading corresponding to button 2, similarly so on depending on the problem what you are having. In integer representation it is a string of integer numbers. In permutation it can be a string of permutations or the sequence corresponding to the selection of those items or many other things depending on the problem what you are having. These representation are selected based on your problem. Okay, so next one is your evaluation phase. It calculates the fitness value of a chromosome, which determines how fit an individual is. That is, the ability of an individual to compute or compete with other individuals. It gives a fitness score of each individual. The probability that more fit individual will be selected to for reproduction is much higher than the ones with very low fitness value. So in this phase basically we calculate the fitness value for a chromosome. That means in the previous phase we have done we done with representation. In this phase you have to calculate the fitness value. Like you can say that in case of knapsack problem, the fitness value can be your profit by selecting the items. Let's suppose you have taken chromosome 1, then the what profit you can make using the items selected for the chromosome 1. Similarly for chromosome 2, chromosome 3. So only the best fitted individuals having chance to survive and produce further. Okay, here you have to calculate the fitness value corresponding to these chromosomes. Okay, technically a fitness function. Basically a fitness function is a mathematical function which quantifies the optimality of a solution represented by an individual, that how much the optimality of that solution is, means how much, because we said that population is a collection of probable solutions. So technically fitness says that how much is the optimality of that solution in your population which is representing a individual. The fitness value is assigned to each solution depending on how close it is actually to the optimal solution to the problem, means that how much that solution is closer to the actual optimal solution to that problem. So fitness value determines that thing in terms of mathematics, or you can say technically. Let me show you one example here. We have taken the example of a fitness function. Let's suppose we have represented a function x1 plus x2 plus x3 so on up to x8, where x1 x2 x8 are some parameters, or you can say some items which are having different ranges. Okay, now here your problem or the objective of your problem, that at what parameter settings fx has minimum value. That means you have to minimize this function based upon the parameter settings. That parameter settings means these things, that what value corresponding to this parameter I have to select so that I can have the minimum value corresponding to f of x. So this can be a very large search space. So here you have to take the help of your genetic algorithms or other optimization problem solving techniques. Okay. Or you can also say that the fitness function is a type of black box in which you give some input as your individuals, and in the output part you will get a ranked individuals. That means which are ranked according to the fitness value. That means how much fit the first individual is, how much fit the second individual is, how much fit the third individual is. Or you can, in general life you can also say that it is like a test which is happen when we go for a army test or a police test, or in some sports competition on which our selection or rejections depend upon the value for fitness, that how much fit our body is according to their needs. As per that rules we will get a fitness value, that this person is 90% perfect, this person is 80% perfect, 88% perfect, and based on that we are selected or rejected among the set. Okay. The detailed explanation of chromosome selection process in a working of genetic algorithm is covered in the second part of this lecture. Thank you students for watching the lecture video, and do watch and understand the remaining lecture videos on genetic algorithm lecture series. Thank you once again.